Hey everyone, Mog here. I just wanted to go over how the loot distribution is going to be working come Phase 2, specifically since we're all in the process of getting leveled up and getting ready for tomorrow's raid, and this is going to go for all raids afterwards. There are two websites that everybody's going to have access to. The first one is that'smybis.com. It's that'smybis.com, and the second one is going to be 60upgrades.com. So these two websites, you're going to have to sign in or create an account if you don't already have one. It's very simple. That's My Biz will link to our Discord server, and you'll see Pals for One Season here. So you're going to want to load this in. You're going to create a character. You're going to go through character name, and after you're linked to Discord, it will autofill your guild member name here. Your class, your role, your spec, race, and level. Make sure you update this to 40. Main raid group, if it is the regular character, your primary main character, you will only have one main. You'll be in raid 1. All of your alts will go into alt raid. And then whatever you have in the main raid group and then the general raid groups, just match them. So if it's your primary, raid 1 here and raid 1 here. Okay? Professions, feel free to fill them out if you like. That actually will help with the grime encrusted objects that we'll be getting. And if it is an alt character, please check the alt character box. Okay. So with that, after you have your character created, you're going to have a character here. All you're going to need to do is go to wishlist and loot. It'll load this up. And it'll say import wishlist from 60 upgrades. I'm going to do this with you right now. So over on 60 upgrades, register an account if you do not have one. Otherwise, I'm just going to go ahead and sign in. The big thing is where it has era up top, go over to Season of Discovery. These are just tests. You're going to create your character. You can create it to look exactly like your current character. And it does pull your information from Armory as well as the logs, Warcraft logs. But you're going to create a new set. So create a set. I named mine Phase 2. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to autofill. Sources, if you want BOEs, you're welcome to. If you want PvP, you can do that. Raid gear, absolutely. But because all we're caring about right now is for Gnomer, is I'm going to take off everything that is specifically not from the raid. I'm going to keep crafting on there just to show what happens. But armor type, I can only do cloth. And then held and miscellaneous. So all of these will have in here. On here, I'm going to take tailoring off for my profession requirements because my character is an alchemist herbalist, right? So whatever your professions are, you can feel free to update it here. And then you're going to click on autofill. And what this does is this will show you what your BIS gear is out of the raids, whether it's BFD and or Gnomergon. So I have all of this here. What you do is you click on these ellipses right here, right next to autofill. So in this section, you're going to go to export, copy to clipboard, go back over, import wishlist from 60 upgrades, going to paste, import wishlist, finished. So I'm going to, actually, hold on, let's import wishlist. Everything is here. As you can see, it has all the gear. I already have my Void Pearl, so I'm just going to click Received already. I'm going to just kind of go through and make sure there's nothing that I already have from BFD or other sources, and everything here looks good. Save. Okay. My wish list is done. Now, the interesting thing is, if we go into the loot roster for Gnomergon, you'll see I have a 14 here on Cloak of Invention with my name. But if I wanted to change what my priority list is, it's really simple. It's going to be locked after we're starting to do full guild raids, but just to kind of show, this order that you see here, there is no number, which is the only thing I'm not a fan of. But let's say, for instance, I really, really want to get a new staff. I'm going to move this new staff all the way to the top. That is now my number 1 request. So you can sit here and change things around. Like you can hyper prioritize all of your epics, but just note that if there's multiple people with the same item, it will go to guild leadership to kind of determine what happens, and we will be fair about that. But just as an example, so this is now done. So now if we go into loot, Gnomeregan, I see here that this item is not needed, but this trinket is number 13. Meaning, let's say someone else also wanted this specific trinket, and they had it at number 12. Once we're in the raid, if it drops, they will have the loot priority. So this is going to eliminate a lot of the roles. When it comes to the set items, what our plan is at the end of the run, we're going to just hold on to all the set items and give them out as sets. So if there's a pair of boots and a pair of pants that drop, we're just going to give someone a 2-piece right out of the gate. But it will be a little bit more flexible depending on what the other loot distributions have been. So just to kind of give everybody a heads up as to how we're going to be doing this come phase 2 and beyond. So make sure you get this done before tomorrow's raid and before raiding with the guild. Thanks.